But first, on Friday, Paul Murray and I got together to watch the great presidential debate, and you can see the 22-minute highlights on all our digital platforms now. It's already been watched more than 1.5 million times on YouTube alone, and here's why. Because unlike the rest of the Australian media and the bulk of the US media, we have been telling you for 4 years about Joe Biden's obvious cognitive decline. This is a man who has been in public life for more than 5 decades. The decline in recent years is undeniable. It's not due to a stutter. It's not a right-wing conspiracy. It's real and obvious to anyone with eyes and ears. But the overwhelming majority of the media has asked you to not believe your lying eyes and ears and trust the narrative that Joe is fine. Here's the Washington Post and the New York Times and ABC all claiming out of context and misleading videos are being used to unfairly malign Joe Biden as mentally and physically deficient. ABC News told you seeing is not believing. No, don't believe what you see. These are just out of context videos. And they're being used to fuel a narrative that President Joe Biden is mentally and physically unfit for office. End quote. That's what they were claiming. And the Democrats in unison were on message, pushing the narrative that Joe is fit, as sharp as a tack, never been better.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
This is a man who is sharp, who is on top of his game, who knows what's going on.
This guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
His mental acuity is great.
This is a very sharp president.
This is a man that's on his game.
President Biden is absolutely fit.
There's not a problem.
He's sharp, he's fit, he's always answering questions.
He is on the ball. He was sharper than anyone I've spoken to.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
Biden has proven himself to have a strong memory.
He's completely mentally sharp.
He's at the top of his game.
And who could forget Jill Biden with the ladies of The View making these claims before the debate.
American people deserve a debate because you need to see your choices. You need to see Trump and you need to see the president and you need to see the differences. And my husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has. And then you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together.
Yes, she really said it's Trump who can't put a sentence together. Old Joe has never been better, and the media fanboys and girls have been ready to regurgitate that message. This was Joe Scarborough on MSNBC.
Now, he's cogent, but I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically, because he's been around for 50 years. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second, and I've known him for years.
Wow, the gaslighting there is weapon grade. But here is our old Joe Scarborough, the MSNBC anchor, after the debate.
And now is a good time. In June, thank God, in June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task of running for president of the United States.
And he wants to knife him, wants to replace him. It's hard to deny what people have just spent 90 minutes watching, a complete train wreck live on television. And it wasn't just Biden struggling to complete coherent sentences, it was his bewildered state, even when Trump was talking.
Are from prisons. People that are from mental institutions, insane asylum, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now, all terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open.
He has no idea what is happening. I think Trump even called him Brandon there and it didn't register. It wasn't long after the debate that the Trump campaign released this devastating ad, just reminding Americans of who is supposedly running the country.
Both sides. Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, the idea that they're going to, I've been proposing that everybody, the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare
That is hard to watch, and there was more of it. But anyone who has been paying attention to the president wouldn't have been shocked by any of that. The cognitive decline, as I've said, has been obvious for some time. We bring you evidence of Biden's deteriorating state just about every week on this program. And finally, the rest of the media is acknowledging what you've known all along. That man is not fit for office.